Technology. So, nandito kami upang magbigay ng informasyon tungkol sa disaster preparedness and drug prevention. So, hihingi namin ng inyong kooperasyon at pakikinig. So, ano nga ba disaster preparedness? Hindi ang mayroong idea.
Disaster preparedness po ay pagiging handa sa pagkakaroon.
Tama! Sino pa? So, yun, tama ang sinabi niya. Ang disaster preparedness ay yung mga hakbang para mas maging handa ang mga tao. So, ang sabi nga nila, ligtas ang ngayon. So, ito na. So, meron tayong disaster preparedness, meron pa tayo natural disaster and man-made disaster. Ang natural disaster, ito yung dulot sa karisa ko na dulot ng mga kalikasan. So, meron tayo, sino pwede magbasa? Sige, ikaw.
Earthquake, volcanic eruptions, landslides, avalanche, great storms such as cyclone, typhoon, and hurricane, tornadoes, hailstorms and snow floods, sea surges, shore tsunami, floods, droughts, locust swarms, and epidemics of disease.
Thank you. So, ito yung mga natural disaster. Alam naman natin yung bagyo, lindol. So, alam naman natin yung lahat. And then, sa man-made disaster, anyone? Okay.
Man-made disasters, conventional warfare, nuclear, biological, physical, and chemical warfare, vehicular, such as plane, train, ship, and car, etc., drowning, collapse of building, explosions, fires, biological, chemicals, including poison.
And thank you. So, ito naman yung mga man-made disaster. Ito yung mga sakuna, ulod ng mga tao. Tayo. So, ito yung mga, pwede dito yung mga digmaan, turismo, accident sa sakyan, sunog, or yung mga pagsakot at pag-upo ng mga building. So, meron tayong mga principle, principle. So, the following principle should be considered before preparing plan and writing disaster manual. So, dito sa general principle, ito naman yung ginagawa para sa mga preparing manual at writing disaster manual para mas naiintindihan natin. So, ano nga ba yung mga general principle? So, una, simple, flexible, and clear and precise. So, sa simple, dito, para mas madaling maunawaan ng mga tao yung mga preparing plan. And then, yung flexible, ito naman yung parang mas adaptable sa lahat ng flexible para mas pwede siya sa iba't ibang klase ng mga sakuna. So, parang mas flexible siya, adaptable. And then, clear and concise. So, ito yung nagwanan at may para pag may mga disaster na, kahit na alam naman pag may mga disaster, meron tayong panic, confusion. So, mas madali siyang mauunawaan na sunod. And then, sunod ay so meron tayo, it should be adaptable for all hours, and then it should be an extension of normal hospital and public health warning so that people can act on it immediately in a routine manner. So ito, mas maganda na nakapractice na siya sa mga hospital para if ever na may mangyari disaster ay handa na yung mga professionals na police. And the concept of triage, basic life support, with advanced life support should be understood well and followed. To determine priority in order to manage emergency and mass casualties. So yung triage naman, ito yung pagbubuklod-buklod ng mga biktima sa severe, sa hindi, at sa yung hindi masyadong
last 10 to 15 years. Whereas they have to utilize disaster, the district is connected.
So, ito yung mga preparing activities. So, assessment of problem. Dito naman sa assessment of problem, ito yung inaalam yung history ng disaster. So, sa pagkakaalam, kailangan merong 10 to 15 years yung nangyari yun during the disaster. And hindi na rin naalam kung paano nila aaralin kung paano maging handa yung mga tao. And then, advance warning. Hindi pwede mong present mo.
Number 2, advance warning. For residents website that earthquake, etc. is made by meteorological department. The information should be shared by CNO along with various departments concerning disaster planning and advance actions to maintain or reduce disaster.
So, dito sa advance warning, ito yung mga babala at pagsusuri. So, alam naman natin na kapag mayroon yan, yung mga bagyo, meron tayong mga newscaster or mga news na napapanood na tulad sa mga pag-asa. So, yun naman dito, binibigyan tayo ng awareness para alam natin kung kailan darating yung disaster or kung ano yung mangyayari. So, ito nga yun, such as like cyclone, flood, earthquake, etc. And then, coordination.
Coordination. The interdepartment coordination has to be occurred at all levels in the district. It is done in collect part, municipal, commissioner, executive officer, superintendent of police, fire control officer, home guards, executive engineer, superintendent of various hospitals, state transport department, and public relations officer.
Thank you. So, ito yung coordination. Mahalaga to. Ito yung mga ahensya na nagtutulungan kapag may mga disaster. So, meron tayong collector, municipal commissioner, chief executive officer, auxiliary partition, and superintendent, police fire control. So, ito yung mga koordinasyon sa mga gobyerno, police, bumbero, at yung pagsangay ng emergency response. And then, lastly, ay preparedness. So, dito sa preparedness, ito yung paghahanda. So, the preparation at all times to face disaster, chaos, disruption will save and do loss of life. Much of damage resulting from disaster can be lessened, and you must help reduce it if there is an organized and planned effort to meet the problem. It is therefore essential to develop a suitable medical and public health plan for each district, which will be useful to deal with any disaster that may arise. So, dito sa preparedness ay mas mahalaga na ligtas tayo. So, kapag may mga sakuna, alam natin yung gagawin before, during, and after. So, magiging ligtas tayo at mas malilesen yung mga damages sa ating buhay at lalo na sa mga buildings. And then, disaster preparedness, ito na din yun. So, ito yung mga preparation at para sa pag-reduce ng mga effects ng disaster. So, ang NDMA, yung ahensya o Natural Disaster Management Authority, ito yung ahensya na kung saan nagbibigay ng mga guidelines for medical preparedness and mass casualty management para mas mabawasan yung casualties. Yung casualties yung mga biktima ng sakuna. So, ito yung, meron silang mga guidelines. Ito yung hazard, risk, and vulnerability assessment, types of hazard, nature of vulnerability, people, response mechanism, and strategies of approach. So, ano yung mga guidelines nila? Search and rescue team, assessment teams, mechanism of activation of facilities, and relief measurement. So, yun yung mga guidelines na kailangan. So, ito naman, number 2 ay disaster mitigation. Anyone sino pwede magbasa?
Disaster mitigation. Taking measures to reduce the effects of a hazard before it occurs. Minimize the effect on buildings, community services, infrastructure, water, electricity, telephone, communication roads, health, food, trade, economics, social harmony,
Pwede ka po,
routine,
ito
law and order,
Kailangan po
political
sa-
setup,
Thank you. So, dito sa disaster mitigation, ito yung naman yung pag-iwas sa mga pinsala. So, ito, gumagawa sila ng hakbang kung mabawasan ang epekto ng disaster. So, ito, dahil hindi na aktibahin yung mga buildings,
Ang una natin ay yung priority, tapi nila consider sa critically ill patient need immediate situation and life and life saving surgery within 6 hours. Dito naman, discuss dito yung mga kailangan ng mga kailangan receiving natin yung mga pasyente natin na kailangan within 6 hours dapat mabigyan natin sila ng oras na managod natin sila ma-rescue natin. Tapos sa priority 2, sa priority, this is patient before the passing. Possible operation and there is surgery within the next 24 hours. Dito naman, kailangan din na within 24 hours yung mga pasyente natin na nililis natin. Kailangan ay ma-surgery natin para mas maayos ang kanilang palatayuan at hindi natin makabayaan ang kanilang kalagayan. Dito sa priority, minor illness, these are the patients who have the minor illness. One patient under the visible shock are also have the priority since the chances survival of this patient are data. Ito naman yung mga ating mga minor na nakakaranas sa mga sakuna na hindi naman dapat na natin sinababayaan sila. Dapat kung natin sila nililigtas sa kanilang naramdaman para mas mabigyan natin ng lunas yung kanilang naramdaman. At dito sa principle of treatment of hospitalities, basic of life support, maintenance of airway, ventilation factors, and support the hemorrhage and preparation for transportation, use the split of the strategies. Ito yung mga basic natin life support para magamit natin kung sakaling yung patient natin ay kinakailangan natin rescue para mas madali yung ating pagligtas sa mga naranasan sa una tulad na ating dollar earthquake na mga last slide. Kailangan natin mas gamitin natin ito yung basic life support, the maintenance of airway ventilation factors and the control the hemorrhage and the preparation of transportation, this is the strategy. Dito naman sa principle of treatment of hospitalities, advanced life support, the various clinical procedures that life support provided by the first treatment of hospital is called advanced life support. This is provided in hospital at the wards, ICU and OT. Dito naman yung mga binibigay sa atin ng mga gobyerno na mas dapat natin mabigyan natin ng action yung mga pag dinadala natin yung mga pasyente natin na kailangan natin na mas maayos na hospital na meron silang wards na sila yung wards yung mga naghandla sa loob ng home ng hospital. Kailangan natin na okay din sila kahit lagang kadami. Tapos ganoon din silang provide ICU and OT. Ito naman sa administrative issues, documentation and proper documents, documentation and the business should be done at the same time. There may be provided problems to the documentation of unconscious patient in those wrong beds. Dito naman yung mga unconscious yung mga lagay nila na kailangan natin tapos yung may document agad natin sa kanilang kalagayan para mas hindi natin sila ng ayos na pakulan nila sa kanilang mga karamdaman na kanilang nasa tulungi kalagayan. Dito naman sa administrative issues, this documenting this should be assisted by the hospital, PRO, the however investigation by police may be delayed on hospital is very busy, training down casualties. Dito naman yung mga police natin, kailangan binibigyan ng PRO para mas maganda yung pagkaka-investigation nila sa mga calamities na nakakaranas na tulad ng mga lindol. Kailangan na pinapalang sa mga police para makarescue sila at makatulong sa mga nakakaranas na mamamayan na malitas na mahusay at sila sa may ayos na alagay nila. Dito naman sa administrative issues, communication, the telephone line, communication, meeting visa, call, passengers, remark, to carry the message. Dito naman yung sa communication, yung mga pagtawag natin sa mga natin. Nadidelay yung pagtawag sa pag-uwi ng rescue. Kumbaga, sa hindi mo tayo mag-vaccine agad, nadidelay yung ating communication sa mga police na nagbahan ng helicopter na communication within our BC. friends and relatives. The ambitious friends and relatives want to know the welfare of their fit and kind of hospital administrator whom confront should get them down and give them all the possible latest details about their relatives. Dito naman, yung mga relatives natin friends na hindi natin agad-agad na natawagan dahil nga sa sa nangyayari na hindi natin na bibigyan natin ng oras para may ligtas sa bata. Tapos sa administrative issues, crowd control, there is the convergence effect, the means crowd converge sa hospital as they are curious to know as to what happens and how it's happen. Dito naman yung mga nagka-crowd na control. Kumbaga, sobrang dami na natin na sa hindi na natin control ng mga pulis sa napagmadami na nilang mga tao, hindi na nakokontrol ng mga nagre-rescue ng mga Red Cross, yung mga pulis, saka yung mga medical, bibigay ng medical para sa atin, humilitas tayo sa ating pag-time sa kuna. Ang susunod namin na discussion ay about sa drug awareness. Kukunin nyo naman ang ating case.
Yes, good morning again, everyone. So, my name is what is your breakdown? So, we are actually from for using Robert Life. So, we have to make sure that we can involve, we will be able to send information. So, just like what they discussed earlier, is regarding disaster preparedness, right? So, just want to have a little bit of recapitulation with regards of what they discussed. Someone from this group, can you please tell me what is disaster preparedness? In your own words, try to do something special in your own words based on your knowledge, your staff knowledge. What can you say about disaster preparedness? Any insights, any ideas? How can you be prepared when there is a disaster? For example, meron tayong bagyo. So, nasa tayo, of course, nasa school kasi wala pasok ang bagyo. So, what do you do in your house in order to be prepared? Paano pa manipulada? Paano ka sa isang sakuna? Tutulog ka ba? So, kapag may sakuna, may bagyo, tutulog ba ako? Kailangan ko bang matulog? Kasi kailangan prepared ako, kailangan may energy ako kasi bagyo to eh. Ganun ba yun? Kung gagawin ko. Ano yung mga kailangan natin ulit sa pag-ibag? Ano yung mga kinakailangan natin? Nagkakagab ba kayo ng, for example, first aid kits? First, hindi mo alam, hindi natin alam yung mga magiging consequences ng mga disasters. Could there be a damage in your house, in your residence, in your family, in your person? How can you be prepared? That's very good. So everyone, you should have to be aware. First things first. First and foremost, what you should do is you should be aware. How can you be aware?
Dapat alam mo kung ano yung difference kung ano po yung task mo sa mga sasakit. For example, kung yung network, possibilities ko na gawin. Pero hindi para kung maging aware ko ano yung gagawin. Siyempre, alam ko kung may gagawin. Bawal sa kanya or bawal natin sa nangyayari. Pero kayo, hindi prepared na ginagawa or
Kayo yung
things na dapat
Punta tayo sa bahay.
ano
preparedness. So yes, that's right. So yun nga, you can be prepared at all times. Paano ba, as a student, how can you be prepared? Bilang isang bata, how can you be prepared? Paano ka ba magiging prepared? Simple. You have your phones, right? You have your phones. You have your internet in your house. You have your data. Kung pala makikita nila, syempre lahat naman tayo, each and every one of us, alam ko meron tayo mga TV sa bahay. Nanonood pa ba kayo ng news? Diba? Kahit ako hindi. Hindi ako nanonood ng news, pero mahilig tayo mag-cellphone. We can use social media at all times. We can use Facebook, TikToks, Instagram, every time. Kahit anong oras pwede tayo gumamit ng cellphone. Kahit magbawalan tayo ng parents natin, we can use our phones. Secretly, or kahit nakita nila, we can use our phones. We can be knowledgeable. We can always be knowledgeable. We just have to be vigilant. Vigilant means dapat aware ka. You can be vigilant at all times. Kasi yun yung pinakakailangan natin ngayon. Kapag hindi ka aware, you're not prepared, sorry ka, walang mangyayari sa buhay mo. If you're not planning for your future, if you're not planning for your present, walang mangyayari sa buhay mo. For example, there's a disaster. So, pag may disaster, hindi ka prepared. So, ano gagawin mo? Mag-aakalak impulsively, yun ang gagawin mo. So, baby, ito na yung bagyo. Wala kang prepare. Eh, doon yung tatama yung mata ng bagyo. Sa inyo yung disaster. Sa inyo yung pinaka-main focus na bagyo. Kung wala kang ginawa, wala kang preparation, wala kang planning in your heart or your head, wala mangyayari sa buhay nyo. Okay? So, kailangan, preparation is always the first step. How can you be prepared? How can you be planned? How can you plan things? Of course, you have to make sure that you know the root and cause of the problem. That's the very first thing that you should do in your planning. Because if you don't know the problem, you cannot be able to construct solutions. Diba, right? Wala kayong problema. Ano ibibigay na solution? That's the main essence of planning. If you don't know the problem, you don't have to make solutions. Kasi kung wala kang problema, wala kang magpaplano, wala kang mabigyan ng solutions. So sa planning, para makapag-construct ka nila isang very concise, accurate na plan, you should know the very problem that you are keep on encountering. For example, the disasters. Ano ba yung lagi natin na-encounter when it comes to disasters? Of course, the effects of the disasters. We can be prepared, but we do not know ano ba yung effect. We cannot know. No one can tell us what are the effects of the disasters, right? Kahit sa news, they will only tell you it's strong, malakas yung bagyo, malakas yung linton, malakas yung gato, ganyan. Pero wala makakapagsabi ng exact na magiging effect ng ating mga disasters. Ipaparating na bagyo, sasabihin ng pag-asa sa news, ipaparating na bagyo, itong bagyo, ang pangalan ng bagyo, ito, ang hangin ay ito. You should be prepared. Sasabihin lang nila, maghanda niyo, ihanda niyo yung mga first aid kits, ihanda niyo yung mga food supplies, flashlights, batteries, radios. Ihanda niyo lang yung sasabihin nila, but they will never give you the exact effect that it may cause. That's why you have to plan, that's why you have to be prepared. Because no one will know, no one can tell you what's the exact cause of the problem or what the exact cause of the disaster. So yun yung kailangan natin maging prepared at all times. And be prepared, you have to be aware of what's happening in your area, in the present area. There's a disaster, there's a disease like a pandemic. You cannot be prepared if you do not know what's pandemic. Ano yung pandemic? Ano yung pandemic? So if there's a virus, tapos it can cause a lot of damage in a place and in certain countries, certain city localities, it can cause pandemic. So pandemic is a very widely issue that we all face, right? For 2020, what's our pandemic? Right, COVID-19. What's your preparedness or what's your plan? what are your plans last pandemic? What did you do?
Never go out.
Right, never go out. Sir, what did you do when there's a pandemic, when the COVID is still here in our country? What did you do? Face mask, aside from face mask, ma'am, what did you do? Sorry. Yes.
Makinig po sa mga paalala ko na binibigay ko ng mga officials din. Sabi po nila, wag po, yung mga social distancing po mga social visas and maglalabas po without visas.
Yes. I can say that you are all aware because you know the answers. You know what we did last pandemic. We did not use face mask all the time. We use face shield all the time. We have to make sure that we keep distance from other people. We cannot be near the other people that you're talking to because sometimes mga laway nila na it can cause because COVID is airborne. So, sumasama siya sa amin. So, once na nabigyan ka or nabugahan ka ng isang taong infected ng COVID, you can be infected as well. So, I'm very happy that we are all aware of what's the situation before. So, yun lang naman yung preparedness when it comes to disaster. You just have to be make sure because we as a student, wala naman tayo masyado talaga magagawa kung hindi to comply. We just have to comply with the rules and regulation that was given to us. Ilan yung kaya natin gawin, hindi naman tayo pwede mag-rescue dyan. Of course, we're only limited. We have only limitations when it comes to disaster preparedness, but we just have to do, or what we can just do is just to comply with the rules and regulation, with their instructions. That's what we can do. Because akala natin na police officers, the law enforcement officers can only arrest criminals, for example, police officers. What's in our mind is that they only arrest criminals, but we do not know that they're also one of the people that help us in regards to disasters. Akala natin mahulungi lang sila, they can prosecute or not prosecute, but they can arrest people, they can investigate crimes, they can do such things regarding crimes and laws, protect people, maintain peace and order, but we do not know when it comes to peace and order, it also comes with the essence of peace and order in terms of calamities and disasters. So yung mga police officers natin, alongside with other local government units, they're also conducting disaster preparedness seminars with all the students, with other people, with the companies. Yan yung mga ginagawa nila. And aside from that, when there's a disaster, they're also there to help the people to search and rescue, to give, to give food assistance or yung mga tawag foods. That's right. Yung mga relief food yung bibigay yun. And aside from the police officers, there are also BFP, or Bureau of Fire Protection. So akala natin BFP. Anong tingin mo sa BFP, sir? Mapatay na sunog, right? That's all we know. Pumapatay sila ng sunog. Kasi yung fire. Anong connect ng fire sa Bagyo? Diba? Anong connect ng fire sa Lindon? Without knowing na ang BFP is also the main agency na nag-help sa community when it comes to disaster. Pag may banggaan dyan sa highway, may banggaan dito, sino ang pumupunta aside from the PNP? BFP. They're the one who gives point ng mga agency, hindi natin alam na they're also the one responsible for the disaster preparedness. It's not that actions itself, hindi lang yung action, but preparedness, because we have to understand as well that prevention is always better than cure. You can give solutions, but it's always better to have plans, prevention first. How can they, meron tayong problem, but you are prepared. So you can lessen, you can mitigate the effects of this disaster. So yun lang yung gusto ko clear up sa inyo lahat. Regarding pharmacies, we Yun yung mga pwedeng ibigay sa atin. Yun yung mga legal na pwedeng ibigay sa atin sa community. But we have also have to make sure that you know or you have idea about illegal drugs. So ito yung drugs. Drugs are chemicals and substances that affect both your mind and your body. The prolonged use of drugs may lead to physical and or psychological dependence and an overdose of drug may lead to death. So yun nga, ang drugs, this is either chemical or physical substances that we can take. Pwede siyang chemical, pwedeng iniinom, syrup, pwedeng substances or yung mga solid, pwedeng tablet na pwede natin inumin. But, hindi ibig sabihin na maganda or legal yung drugs is good siya. Yun yung tatandaan yun. Hindi ibig sabihin na legal ang paracetamol ay pwede mo siyang inumin araw-araw. Hindi ibig sabihin na legal ang Neozap, pwede mo siyang inumin araw-araw. Because kahit na legal sila, the more na gumagamit ka or the more na ginagamit mo sila, na-addict ka sa kanila. Imagine mo, everyday gagawin mong vitamins yung Biogen. Everyday hindi ka makakatulog kapag hindi ako umiinom ng Neozap ng Biogen. O hindi ako makapasok ng school, hindi ako nakainom ng paracetamol. Yun yung mapipil mo kasi, yun yung napipil ng mga na-addict sa illegal drugs. Parang hindi nila kayang mabuhay na hindi ko to natitake. Hindi ko kayang maglakad ng hindi ko to natitake. Hindi ko kayang umalis ng bahay ng hindi ko to natitake. Hindi ko kayang kausapin ng hindi ko to natitake. Ganun yun. And of course, kahit na legal nga siya, it can also affect your health. One of the main reason bakit meron tayong mga kidney failure is yung mga pag-take natin ng drugs. Of course, drugs yan. It has iba't ibang chemicals inside. Even though it's solid, may mga chemicals inside that can cause or that can help you na malunasan yung mga sakit nyo. But then, you have to make sure na hindi mo siya i-take. Once it is prescribed for only this certain amount of time or this certain dosage, yun lang yung iti-take mo. For example, puntahan ng doktor and they give you this 5 milligrams dosage lang for 7 weeks. And tinake mo ay, ang tinake mo ay 10 milligrams for 14 weeks. Imagine, ano mangyayari sa katawan mo? Ano mangyayari sa kidney mo? Kung tinake mo 10 milligrams for 14 weeks, sunog na yung kidney mo yan. Baka meron ka ng sakit sa bato, kakainom ng gamot. And worse, kahit kamatay mo pa for overdosage. Kasi yun ang sabi, pag na-overdose ka sa isang drug, it can also cause death. Hindi lahat ng sobra ay masama. Tatandaan natin yan. So kahit legal yan, basta yan inapasobra, it can cause death. It can hurt yourself. And then, it says here that it can the prolonged use of drugs may lead to physical or psychological dependence. Yung nga katulad na sinabi ko kanina, nagkakaroon ka ng dependence. Ano ba yung dependence na sinasabi natin? Parang hindi mo kayang gawin kung isang bagay na hindi ko siya natitig. Ganun siya. Or physical, example, hindi ko feeling na maganda ako kasi hindi ko natitig yung
Kailan?
Psychological, feeling ko ang gulo-gulo ng utak ko. Ayaw kita kausapin kasi hindi ko pa natitig ko. Pagdating ko na daw, may lakas ng loob na ako kausapin ka. That's it.
Hindi, yung kahit tinapay, hindi ko tinapay.
And then, we have to know as well. Bakit nga ba nag-take ng illegal drugs sa mga kabataan? Why do these try drugs? Of course, alam naman natin na halos lahat naman or yung mga vulnerable sa pag-take ng drugs sa mga kabataan. Ayaw. Hindi mo masasabi na kahit bata pa kayo, hindi mo masasabi, hindi ko hindi ko ma-try ko, ayaw. Posible na i-try ko siya. Posible na i-try ko yung ganung bagay. Posible na i-try ko yung drugs kasi bata ako yung lumagulong ko. But we cannot be sure of that. Bakit ba nag-take ng drugs sa mga kabataan? We teens, we adolescents, bakit tayo nag-take? Hindi tayo nag-take. Pero ano yung mga reason na nagbibigay sa mga kabataan ng lakas ng loob bakit sila gumagamit ng drugs? Feel older. Of course,
being bata, being young, being adolescent, we always feel inferior with others. For example, ikaw ay 17 years old, there is a 21-year-old guy, and they make you feel na ang baba mo. They make you feel na bata ka lang. Of course, being a 17-year-old, titig ako, hindi ko kayang labanan tong guy na to. Diba? Gusto kong magkaroon ako ng lakas na loob na labanan siya. And how can you do that? Sometimes other people resort in using drugs because it can give you the adrenaline. Pinapalakas na yung loob mo, pinapalakas na yung physical. It doesn't really mean pinapalakas na yung physical, but it can give you enough strength
na ma-overcome yung mga mas matatanda sa'yo. That's it. And to feel cool. This is very, very, very familiar. Very familiar kanina. Very common reason bakit nag-take yung mga kabataan ng drugs. To feel cool, of course. Kaya ako nag-take ako ng drugs. Ganun, di ba? Pinagyayagang nila na kaya nila itong i-take value yung kasi takot ka sa parents mo. Ako sa parents ko. Ayaw ko gawin. Ganun siya. Para lang, kasi nga diba, you feel inferior. Hindi na kaya eh.
you feel inferior with other people who is superior than you, who is higher than you. Then, in order for you to feel superior as well, to be cool, ito yung naging resort nila. To feel different, that's the same thing, that's just the same thing. Take mo ng drugs, hindi ka nagtitiba. Sino mas nabaksan? Diba? Mas kulang. Kasi kaya ko mag-break ng drugs, hindi mo kaya. Diba? That's to feel different. Yun lang yung kaya niyang gawin. Yung kaya niya, pinapalakas niya kasi yung ego. And then, peer pressure. This is also one of the most common reasons why kids like
Teenagers and adolescents like us take drugs. Peer pressure. Anyone who can define peer pressure.
Someone or your friends is too much pressure on you in doing something na you don't feel like doing it. So parang na-pressure ka na gawin, kaya parang kung napipilit ka na lang din kung gawin yan kahit naman kung ayaw mo. Kasi pinapressure ka kung na ikaw lang pumabilang ka.
So peer pressure is the word of peer. Ano ba yung peer? Friends. Your companies. Hindi yung peer yung tinatawag natin. For example, meron kayo yung circle. Ayun, kayo. Nasa first time na kaibigan mo, so you are peer. But you can also say that all of you are peers kasi magkaklase kayo. Kasi kayo yung magkakasama. Kayo yung nagkakaroon ng interaction with each other every time, every day. So you can be peers as well.
But then, bilang isang peer, of course, for example, you have, you are 5 in your groups. Sa 5 yun, ikaw lang ang hindi nag-take ng drugs. What can you feel? Anong pakapil sa'yo ng apat? Kung sila ay bad drugs. Diba? Pipilitin ka nilang gumamit. Try mo to, masaya to. Dito yung nagagawa nito sa akin. Mapatry nila yung ipapatry. Kahit ayaw mong itry yan, as much as these people around you are bad influence, they can make you try these things. Hindi yung nagagawa ng peer pressure because they are pressuring you to do something yes that they do not want. You do not want.
One of those things, they will cancel me. They will let you out. Umalis ka na lang sa grupo namin, they will try to threaten you. Nagkagawa ko na hindi ko ginawa, cancel ka na, ayoko na sa'yo, umalis ka na sa grupo natin. Eh kung ikaw lang, kung doon ka lang naman comfortable, sila lang yung circle mo. And you, bilang isang bata, nakakahina ng loob na tumanggi, you cannot say no. I cannot say no with my friends. I don't want to live our friendship. First, I have to do this. Hindi na lang yung mamipili mo. You have to do this because you don't want your friends to let you out. Ayoko na mawawalan ako ng circle. This is the only circle that I want. So whatever it takes, whatever they want me to do, that I will do that. I will definitely do that. Even though it's bad, even though it's doing something illegal. So that's it. For media, of course. Ito na sinabi ko sa inyo.
each and every one of us, we have our phones, we have our own internets. Kaya natin gawin, kaya natin panoodin kung ano yung napapanood natin sa Facebook, sa TikTok. Of course, social media is a very wide variety of contents. Sa Facebook, iba mapapanood mo. Sa TikTok, iba mapapanood mo. Depends on your algorithm. So for example, may nakita kang sa Facebook, of course, hindi naman lahat ng filter sa Facebook. Sa TikTok, hindi lahat ng filter. Even though sabihin natin ng mga community guidelines natin, there are a lot of community guidelines hovering around the social media, hindi natin masasabi na hindi mo pa rin mapapanood yung mga bagay nito. Because there are people behind internet na nag-spread ng iba't ibang information, bad information that could lead to people like us, vulnerable people like us to do such things. So yun yun. Napanood ka nag-relate ng gusto, yun yan. Relate siya ng ecstasy. May nagpa-party ko. Gusto ko din, masaya ako pag nagpa-party ako. So, you will be curious of what's the feeling of taking that? What's the feeling of using that? So that's for the media. Friends and family. Friends and family, of course, friends in peer pressure. If you have something bad or something, some problems with your friends, you can resort to this as well. Family, of course, is one of the main reason as well, one of the main cause why there is drug use in the Philippines or not just in the Philippines, but worldwide. Family. Alam naman natin lahat dito na hindi perfect lahat ng family. Your family can be perfect, but your family cannot be perfect. It doesn't always happen. Your family is perfect, but his family is not. Your family is perfect, his family is not. His family is perfect, your family is not. They can always have problems inside their house. What if there are products of broken families? I have no father, I have no mother. I'm living with my mother, with my stepdad, that's it. Hindi lahat ng nararanasan yung maganda ay dapat nararanasan yung you just have to keep that on your mind, mark that in your mind. Now, whatever you're feeling right now, even though it's good, it doesn't mean that it's also applicable to other people. Okay? Yun yung kailangan natin. You have to sympathize. You have to understand the situation of other people. What best on you doesn't mean it's best for them. Kung ano yung maganda sa'yo, hindi pwedeng maganda din sa kanila. Kasi magkakaiba tayo ng situation. Magkakaiba tayo ng nilalakaran. Magkakaiba tayo ng ginagawa araw-araw. Magkakaiba tayo na nakakausap araw-araw. Iba ang nanay mo sa nanay mo. Iba ang tatay mo sa tatay mo. Iba ang mga kapatid mo sa mga kapatid mo. Diba? You have different scenarios in all ourselves na kailangan natin maging aware. So, yung mga tao na unfortunately hindi pinagpala, hindi naman sa hindi pinagpala, but hindi nagkakaroon ng magandang relationship within their his or her families, sometimes they also resort to drugs. Why they all resort to drugs? See that, to relieve stress and relax. For example, you have a very problematic family. Problematic ang family. Yung tatay mo lasenggero, yung nanay mo bumangero. Yung mga kapatid mo, hindi ka nire-respeto, ate ka, hindi ka nire-respeto. Tapos uuwi ang papa mo, ang inyong father, bubulong ka, kasi tapos imbes na kang pinakarin ni father, awain ka pa ni mother kasi lalaki ka ni mother. Diba? It's very chaotic. Kung ganun man yung sitwasyon na, I'm very sorry for that. Kung ano yung sitwasyon nila, it's very chaotic. But you have to make sure that, or you have to understand that, in order for them to feel relaxed and relieve from stress, they also make sure they have to resort to using drugs. We will be discussing the effects of drugs later. Kasi yun yung one of the effects of drugs. Ang effects of drugs sometimes can give you happiness, overjoy, sobra-sobrang kasiyahan. Yun yung nagbibigay ng drugs sa atin, sa kanila. More though, samahan lang yun ng mga feel older ka. Bored ka, gusto ko lang.
hindi na nagdidinot ako ng buhay at sisindahan ko yun. Na kanyang feeling na nasisingutin ko yung marijuana. Bored lang ako yun, yun lang yun. Yun lang yun. May mga taong gano'n eh. Dahil bored sila, gusto nila celebrations. What kind of celebration? Parties.
Kung meron ba sa inyo naka-experience na napupunta ng mga bars?
I cannot say because I wasn't able or I don't have any experience with those bars as well. But sometimes these are bars are one of the places wherein you can take drugs. Because sometimes they give you ecstasy para mas ma-high ka. First, pagka-high ka, happy-happy lang mo. So, one of the celebrations ko, bumibili ka ng drugs. Bumibili ka sa nila ng drugs. And lastly, past emotional or physical drugs. Kasama na lang yan ng mga, or it's connected with families, friends, who give you stress and drugs. Of course, if you have past traumas, hindi mo alam kung paano mo ma-empower, makoconquer yung mga traumas mo. For example, meron ka sa family mo na may trauma kasi binubugbugan ng parents mo. You cannot be able just na gawin yung mga bagay na kakalimutan mo lang. Sometimes people cannot forget. Sometimes they only just hide that in themselves. Make sure that people like us or people around us, hindi nila malalaman na I have problems. For example, I have problems and I am a very strong woman. Ayoko na makikita nyo na naiiyak ako. Ayoko na makikita nyo na ako ay mahina. Kasi sometimes always kita ka, pag umiyak ka, mahina ka. Right? So kapag ganon, you're just, iniipon mo lang yung mga problems mo. And one time, hindi mo na alam, nagre-resort ka na pala ng if you're last. If you forget this. And then, ito yung mga risk factors upon using drugs. So, friends who uses drugs. Ayan. So, meron tayong mga absence of healthy recreational or other interests. Like, yung mga parental drug abuse, like great force. Naaali ka na sa drugs, makakapag-aral ka ba? Naaali ka na sa drugs, makakauwi ka ba ng ayos sa bahay? Diba? Hindi na. Kasi, mas magpo-focus ka na lang sa paggamit ng drugs instead of even though gising ka buong araw. Mas masaya kang gumala sa labas at magpakayahin sa labas instead of pag-aral. So, favorable attitude towards drugs. So, mas, syempre, hindi naman lahat tayo pakayaw sa drugs, diba? Addict tayo sa drugs. Of course, it's illegal. Ayaw natin ng drugs, it can cause different harms to ourselves and to our communities. And you as a user of drugs, hindi yung favorable drugs sa paggamit ng drugs. No, drugs is very good because it can cause me happiness. It can stress. It helps me forget big problems like that. Prenatal exposure to alcohol. So, one of the things that drug addict sometimes represents. Then family management problems, yun na. Because drugs can alter your emotions, you can alter your attitudes. So, magkakaroon ka na ng iba't ibang persona to. Yung mga attitude mo for the kind na tingin mo ay maayos, mababago siya because of drugs. And we have, ito na yung sinasabi ko, we have different types of drugs. We have three different types of drugs. Stimulants, depressant, and then hallucinants. Stimulants, they hold the others. So ito yung magpapakain sa'yo. It can cause too much happiness. So kapag dinate mo to, gising ka. Stimulants, they speed up the brain and the central nervous system. Ngayon, may mga drugs na magpapakain sa isang tao. Right? So kapag nag-break ka ng siya, gising ka. Kahit kinabukasin sa arawan ng hindi natutulog, gising ka pa rin. Yun yung mga magpapakain sa yan. Yan yung iba't ibang examples. Examples na stimulants. Caffeine, or you can use so yung nakikita yung caffeine coffee. Then relieve sleep, imagine. Diba? Kanina yung drugs, you can read chemical solitary sleep. Hindi natin alam na, yes, normally, ordinarily, we use coffee all the time. Every morning, we drink ako ng coffee. Me as well, as a working student, I always drink coffee. Every night, halos every shift ko kailangan ko ng kape. Hindi ako mabubuhay ng walang kape kasi mamaya tulog na ako. Pero kapag nag-drink pala ako ng coffee, nagigising pala ako. So, yung 9-hour shift ko, mulat na ako noon. Yun na yung effect sa akin ng coffee. Na without knowing, na hindi na pala ako makakapag-work araw-araw ng ayos. Hindi ako makakapag-work. So, every shift is 9 p.m. So, I have to make sure na nakapagtimpla ako ng coffee sa tumbler ko. So, pag hindi ako nakapagtimpla ng coffee sa tumbler ko, within my shift, sobrang lutang ko. Hindi ako makakapagawa. Hindi ko magagawa yung mga allocations na binigay sa akin. Kasi sobrang inaantok ako. Pinapala yung effect sa akin ng coffee. Kailangan ko na pala take yung coffee every day, every night, every hour and then kailangan ko siya mag-take. Kasi hindi na yung effect sa akin. Kapag hindi ako nag-coffee, wala. Sobrang hindi productive yung shift ko. Nicotine, sabi mga nicotine sa mga sigarilyo. Bakit ba? Pag ba na-try mo yung sigarilyo sa beses, tingin mo hindi ka na gagamit ng sigarilyo. Diba? You can always feel na, I want to try it again. It makes you feel like relief from stress. Na, at ang sarap pala mag-sigarilyo kahit pala pag CR ko, na pag bubuli ako, kailangan ko na pala mag-sigarilyo. And then, yun na, yung mga sinabi ko kanina, mga amphetamines, yung mga ecstasy, mga party drugs, na tinitake sila ng mga party goers para mas maging high. Of course, ano ka sa party, kukulo ka ba? Diba hindi? Mas gusto kong maghayahay tayo. Kahit pa 24 hours, kaya natin sa mga bulk salts, cocaine, crack cocaine, and then lying pills. Depressants, on the other hand, downers ang tawag sa kanila. Kung meron tayong uppers, we have downers. Kung nakakapag-high ang uppers, ano ginagawa ng downers? Right. It slows down the brain and central nervous system. Ito ba yung pag-dinate mo sila, ito, tulog, gano'n. Ito yung magiging epekto ng depressants. Makakatulog ka, makakapag-train ka, makakapag-rest ka all day kahit anong oras, ilang oras yung gusto kong pahinga. Once you take depressants, nakakapag-pahinga ka. So, the examples of depressants, alcohol, of course. Pag nag-alcohol, sometimes yung mga unfortunate guys and students na nagmamaoy. Mga nagmamaoy muna bago makatulog. But we can all say that after mo magmaoy, tulog ka pa din. Diba? Sino nagmamaoy dito? Yung nag-iinom na ba dito? Si Claire Paul. Si Claire Paul. Si Claire Paul. Pero parang hindi nakakalam ng maoy. So sa mga hindi nakakalam ng maoy, mga ulit, mga nagwawala, other some certain effects of alcohol na may mga tao na biglang magsasayaw na sa labas. Lalabas yung speaker nila, magsasayaw sila ng ano-ano. Sa worse, pero yung nakikipag-away, yung nakikipag-gusto ako sa ibang tao. Yun, mga biglang nagwawala, nakita ka na, akala niya sinamahan mo na sa mga mga. It's like makoy. So, yung mga naglilikot muna, mga medyo may pagkagano'n, pero after that, siyempre, natamaan na sila ng alcohol. Wala na, tulog na ulit. Kinabukasan, hindi na alam na sila ay then candy, tranquilizers. Tranquilizers is like mga painkillers. For example, ano ba yung mga painkillers? Kumari, nagsusulat ka. Sobrang sakit sa sugat. Hindi naman natin minsan kaya hindi natin kaya i-tolerate yung pain. We can take tranquilizers. And then sleeping pills, of course, is one of the main depressants. Kasi yun nga, kapag nag-take ka ng sleeping pills, wala na diba? Kahit ang marijuana, I'm all aware, I'm all sure that we're all aware of the what's marijuana. And then the other side, so meron tayong uppers na makapagpahay, downers na nakapagpa-relax sa'yo, and then we have hallucinogens. This is the worst part. Hallucinogens, hallucinations. Yun na. Ito na yung makakakita ka na hindi mo nakikita. once you take hallucinogens, it can cause you hallucinations. Ito na yung nababalitaan na demonyo ang kamay ko, nasaksak. Ay, akala ko kasi siya alien. Akala ko alien siya kasi tingin ko sa kanyang mukha siyang alien ang galing ibang planeta. So, binalik ko na lang. Yun na yun. Yun na yung yung pala, you're all aware na, kayo to, nag-take pala ng drugs. So, di ba? Ay, akala ko si Aso siya nakakabuli ng oso, sinaksak ko na lang. Tinalo ko ng bad. Yes. So, akala ko ito yung aswa. Akala ko yung kite. Yung pala naman binubuo ko hanggang sa namatay. So, yung mga ibang example na hallucinogens, LSD, ecstasy, mushrooms, peyote, and then psilocybin. And then, aside from drugs, we can also include alcohols, right? Kasi kaya sabi ko kanina sa inyo, one of pragmatic subtypes are also alcoholic. So, alcohol is a semi-motor depressant. So, one of the suppressants sabi ko sa kanina, na once mo mag-take ka ng alcohol, sometimes mga nagmamamay muna, may mga nagmamamay muna, nakakawin ko. So, sometimes, diba, kapag may problem, mas tao, they can resort to alcohol as well. So, yun ang nagiging parang reason nila. Alcohol nila papatay. Alcohol, system, neuroplastic and minutes, express the entire body. The brain gets the highest concentration, gets more blood than any other part of the body.
Ma'am, excuse po kin ako. Thank you.
Ito na daw. Ito yung mga kapag hindi na yung nainom mo, hindi ma-effect sa'yo. A relaxing effect, reduce tension. So yun nga, yung mga tao na para ma-relax sila, hindi inom sila. Kasi nga, alam nila, once na tamaan na sila ng alak, sa effect ng alak, makakapagod sila. So that's it. Lower inhibitions, hair concentration, of course, kapag nasip ka, tingin mo ba tuwing pa yung tingin mo? Diba? Sometimes they say, nakikot ang mundo mo. Sometimes, hindi na kita makita, pero ka na. Diba? That's it. So, slower reflexes. Of course, lasing ka, tingin mo, pag binato kita ng supply ngayon, masasambong mo. Hindi ba kasi burn yung mata mo, pero siya masasambong. So, nagkakaroon ka ng slower reflexes. And then, impaired reaction to time, it's just the same, it's slower reflexes. Makapabagal yung pag-react mo sa pag-bagay. And then, lose coordination. Yun lang, hindi ka makakapaglakit ng ayos. Hindi ka makakapaglakit ng ayos. And then, kapag medyo naman yung dose na alam mo na take mo, learn speech. Nauutan ka na. Sino nakakita, mga tatay natin na kapag nasinta, hindi na makaintindihan. Diba? Kung ano-ano na ako pinagsasabihin, hindi na makaintindihan, may inis lang ako. Drowsiness, yun, may hilo. Diba? Pagkasing ka, may hilo ka, and then, suso ka. And then, altered emotions, dito napapasok yung mga nagmamaoy. Kapag nasosobrahan, kapag merong enough dosage ng alcohol, kakaroon sila ng ibang emotions. So, nagkakaroon sila ng misinterpretation ng all the things that we do. For example, ay naman, hindi tayo. And then, nasing na ako, kapag medyo tama na. And nature mo na magmaoy, sinabihan mo ko ng ano. Akala ko ganito yung sinabi mo. Nagagalit na ako, nagagalit. Without thinking or without analyzing what you said, conclude na agad ako sa aking mga conclusions. Then kapag high dosage or high doses na alcohol, magsuka. Right? Or diba, hilong-hilo ka na naman yan. Kasi kapag hilong-hilo ka na, diba nasusuka ka din? Kahit hindi ka nga nasa iba-ikot ka dito ng 100 times, sobrang hilong-hilo mo na. Susuka ka pa din yung lasa mo. And then, breathing difficulty. Sometimes may mga umiinom na hindi na nakakahinga kasi sobrang bilis ng pagdali ng mga tubo, ng mga kung ano sa kanilang katawan. And then, unconsciousness, of course. Ano bang mangyayari kapag lasing ka? Tulog, gano'n. And then, coma, or unfortunate cases, may mga nakakoma dahil sa sobrang kalasingan. And of course, death. And these, what can they die? sometimes, hindi natin maiiwasan, mga lalaki, kunwari, uminom. Kunwari, pumunta kayo sa bahay ng mga kaibigan nyo, ng mga klase nyo. Na may mga sarili kayong mga motor, mga lasinggero kayo, lasinggero, nakainom kayo, and then tamahan kayo, umalis kayo, gamit lang yung motor, nabangga. Diba? Sometimes it's because of intoxication in terms of alcohol. And then ito na, iba't effects ng alcohol sa ating body. Pwede natin naman yun. So, yung that, reiterated sweat. Ito naman yung mga foggy, mga weakened muscles, and naman nangihina tayo kapag-lasing, nangihina kapag-lasing. Foggy memory, ito na yung sinasabi na hindi ko maalala kung ano ginawa ko pag-lasing. So, may ginawa ka daw pag-gabi na si mga pag-gabi, pinabuhatan lang nalimutan ko na. Kasi, adult hearing, and then alcohol, some effects on our organs, liver, of course, ito yung na-apektuhan ng alcohol, our liver. Nakaroon tayo ng mga fatty liver disease. Ito na yung mga kapag alcohol dependent ka na nagkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang sakit sa ating liver. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga spotting sa ating liver kasi pinutunaw ng alcohol yung ating liver. Nagkakaroon tayo na iba't ibang infection sa ating liver, ating atay. So, aside from fatty liver, pwede tayo magkaroon ng alcoholic hepatitis. So, this alcoholic hepatitis can cause the liver to So it can cause the liver to swell and become damaged. So up to 35% of the heavy drinkers develop alcoholic hepatitis C. 35% is a very large number of alcoholic persons or intoxicated people. It can affect a lot of people, that resort with alcohol effects. Meron din alcoholic cirrhosis. So yan, see sa mga example. That's our healthy liver. So kung hindi ka nag-iinom, moderately nag-iinom, you can have that liver. Every one of us can have this kind of liver. So it's healthy liver. Sabi ko kanina, meron tayo fatty liver disease, right? So if you have affected with a fatty liver disease, you can have this. And then kapag may cirrhosis ka, yun yung magiging effect sa liver disease. Gusto nyo ba na ganito yung effect yung maging liver nyo? Napagtandaan nyo, kailangan nyo yung surgery. First, mamatay nyo. And then, yes, positive kidneys. Yan, only sa liver, it can also affect our kidneys. Sa kidneys, it impairs their ability to regulate the volume and composition of fluid and nutrients in our body. Right? Kasi sa kidneys, sinasala yung mga liquids na meron tayo. So, kaya nga tayo may dalawang kidneys para masala yung mga urine. So, kapag hindi nasasala yung urine, minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng mga kidney failures. So, ito yung mga pwede, ito, hindi pwede, but this is the example of a kidney of a alcoholic person. And then the heart of a person, with more alcoholic, you can have chronic heavy alcohol use increases the heart patterns of the heart diseases. Then, so sabi dito, not only does alcohol can damage your body, it can cause you to murder, seriously hurt someone with a gun. Yun nga katulad ng sabi ko sa inyo, it can cause that, right? Kasi nga, minsan, meron tayong impaired emotions, yung mga altered emotions, yung mga weakened muscles na can alter our body, our cells. So, yun na. So, from that, yung mga driving while intoxicated is a crime. Always remember that. Na kapag nag-drive kayo ng laseng, it's a crime. It's punishable under our law. Pwede kayong makulong. Kung pwede kayong makulong, pwede kayong magkaroon ng fine. And worse, what if nakabangga kayo, nakapatay kayo, then you will be sentenced to jail. Makukulong kayo. That's, pwede kayong makulong ng panghabang buhay. Especially sa revolution, pwede kayong makulong. Dahil one of the main reason bakit yung mga vehicular accidents because of the intoxicated vehicles, intoxicated things. And then, tulad ng kanina, cigarettes, the nicotine and tobacco, smoking can cause disease in the head as well. So, most commonly na-apektuhan tayo ng cigarettes or lungs. Diba? Sometimes, nagkakaroon din tayo ng spotting sa ating head because of cigarettes. And then, of course, then, sobrang lala na, it can cause death. It can also cause cardiovascular disease. Ganun. It can weaken your heart. It can cause you of COPD. COPD yung chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And then it will requires you to use oxygen at all times even though it's not necessary. It can cause you to use oxygen. Like concentrators, like portable oxygens, like that. You can use that in inhalers because of your weakened heart lungs. Wala kasi tayo ng oxygen lungs. Very important yan. See? These are the diseases or the effects of bad effects of cigarettes and other body. If you want to be like that, take cigarettes. Again. It's really, why is it so hard to smoking? Kasi nga daw, nahuhuk tayo sa nicotine. It's very addictive in nature. Pag addictive yung isang bagay, it's really hard for us to withdraw with that. It's like with drugs. Kala natin na once I take drugs, I can also easily withdraw with drugs. That's not it. Napakahirap na mag-withdraw sa drugs. Kasi it's a very long process. Marijuana as well, tulad na sinabi ko, alam ko naman na may idea kayo kung ano ang mga marijuana, yung mga nagchochoke. Ayan. Alam mo diba? Ano yung nagchochoke? Alam ko. Hindi ko alam. Diba? May dalang mga beads, gano'n. So, marijuana is a brown mix of dried flowers, stems, fertile plant, cannabis. So, yung marijuana galing siya sa cannabis sativa. So, yun yung mga sometimes napagod nila. So, yung mga short-term effects ng marijuana. Yung katulad lang din sa iba. Nagkakaroon ka ng poor retention of memory. And then it can cause poor massive coordination. So, once you're high with marijuana, sometimes you can do things that you do not know you can do. Sometimes you can do things that you're not aware of. I didn't know I do that nung ako'y high, but then, you still do. Then, anong long-term effect niya? Of course, in your body, it can cause you breathing problems. It can weaken your immune system, your memory, your learning. Magkakaroon ka ng impaired energy. And then, of course, if you're a mother, is ka, take ka ng drugs, take ka ng marijuana, it does not only mean that it can affect you, it will also affect your unborn child. So, nagkakaroon ng mga birth effects. First, it can cause cancer. And then, bad salts, bad salts is a synthetic stimulant. Mga kapag mga stimulant natin, mga uppers. Okay, mga nakapag, ha? So, ganyan. Isa sa mga nakapagpatay ay yung bad salts. Ito yung mga list niyan. Parehas lang sila ng so, try them. Red, mga methamphetamine natin. Mga powerful at stimulant as well. So, it can cause you high emotions. But that same nakapag-apply ko lang siya. And then, okay, this is one of the most common drugs that people use, especially when they're going on parties. This is one of the expensive drugs. So, ito yung mga talagang mga binibenta ng mga sindikato. So, just like that, same. See, yung short term and long term effect niya is just the same. All just the same. So, that's right. Yan yan. Makakarinig kayo, ano pag ibang tawag sa cocaine? You can say, low, second, in short, coke. Don't know me lang inaalo ka ng coke. Gusto mo coke? Kasi parang kagusin mo lang, akala mo coke mismo. Yung pala, cocaine. Pag sinabutan ka ng drugs, hindi na, may balik sa kanya. O parang lang dito. Nagsasabi mo, hindi ko alam kasi ang sabi sa akin ko, akala ko coke mismo. Hindi na isang free touch na sinatawag mo of drugs. Hindi ka na makakasabi, kung kasi yung sinasabi na, akala ko coke mismo, cocaine pala. So, you should be aware as well of the different names of these drugs. Marijuana, pwede meron shake. Akala mo, ako, di pala marijuana. Crack cocaine, so that's the same. See lang yung example natin. Finish ko lang ng isang crack cocaine. Ano yung crack cocaine? Diba? Terms niya. Hard crack, acid crack, slow coke, still slow coke, right? And then sugar, black rice, you. Akala mo yellow ice cream. Wala yun. Diba? Aware of that. And then ecstasy, ano yung 40 drugs. Yung ekstura ng ecstasy, akala mo candy lang. Diba? Akala mo candy na nabibili mo lang sa tindahan. Then, it can cause you harm. Sa party, kung pupunta ka ng party and then pinabutan kayo ng gato, rather receive this kind of candy, no, you don't have to use this kind of candy. Should be vigilant, it's like I always said to you, you always have to be vigilant. Some people, like, pipigil sa nila. Of course, you're vulnerable. So, gagawin nila ang para magpapakita. And then, if it also harms them, let's say, or do something. LSD, like citric acid. Alam niyo na, parehas na yan. Parehas na yan. So, physical effect na yan yung yan yung mga kasama niyo mga and then you're not aware. Akala niyo, manahanap kayo pinakaibigan. But then, once that's the time, then, yun na. Yung mga prescription drugs naman, certain drugs that are prescribed by the doctor. So, there are some drugs like antibiotics that you can try on over-the-counter drugs. So, sometimes you really have prescription drugs. So, same lang yan. Same lang naman yan. Depressants are what we call downers, the opioids, and then morphine derivatives. Stimulants are what we have appers, and then antidepressants. Antidepressant, it's psychiatric drugs that are supposed to have depression. So it can counteract depression, which is and then we have anabolic steroids, where you don't have to get rid of that. And then here, almost done. It's very like diabetes, international legal plus connected with drugs. And then see, for this a doctor in England, then he died. One of them died. See, naghal sila ang heroin at alcohol. What happened to him? He died. What happened to Peter Seymour Hoffman? Because of heroin, because of heroin, he died. Whitney Houston, I know you know Whitney Houston is. She is a very good singer. But we do not know she died because of cocaine and parties. So, tulad ng kanina sa cocaine, again, cause of death. Sometimes because of different diseases. See, 48 years old lang siya. It's 131. But then because of drug addiction, they died. Amy Winehouse because of alcoholism. So see, yes, an alcohol can cause death. Michael Jackson is also, I know, very familiar with him. It's very common example of driving jazz. But he's very sad. He's on the peak of his career because of the drug use. He died, right? And then legend, you know, Batman. Yes, this Batman is the Joker. It's one of the very famous Joker, What happened to him? There's no sobrang sikat niya because of the combination of drug, toxicity, and then also that one mga process ng mga drugs na yan. Ano niya, sabay-sabay niya, like, see, even though you try small portion of these drugs, once you're very into that drugs, yun ang nangyayari sa'yo. Sometimes, it can cause disease. Sometimes, very unfortunate things that cause hospital. And then, ito yung pinakamalala, right? But this is, you have to very, have to make sure that you do not become that, especially for women. We're all ladies now. We're not ladies, we're all women, right? So women na tayo, women and men. What happened if a pregnant woman use drugs? See? Ay, kung na lang sana yung mga background, but then, meron kang sa pangkamal sa sarili mo. What are the consequences of drug use on miscarriages? You know, miscarriages, and premature birth. Sometimes, because of some effects in our body, especially in women, pag nagkakaroon ng effects sa body ng women, bayad naman natin pag pregnant ang babae, sobrang hina na kanyang napakahina na sobrang vulnerable na katawan sa babae. So once you take drugs, it can cause you premature birth. Sometimes you're pregnant for 7 months. Pero, i-deliver mo na yung baby. And worse, hindi yung pinahanapan mo. It's not the mother, it's the baby. What happened to the baby if he or she is not able to survive? Right? Kita niyo yung yung logic niya. It's alive. It's also alive. We know abortion is not legal in our country, but then once you do this, you're a mother and then you're the cause why your baby is dead. It's very unacceptable. Low birth weight. So, syempre, nakuha ng iba na kung nag-take kayo ng drugs, so parang yung nag-take sa body. So, naging healthy yung baby natin. Low, birth defects, yun din yun. Sometimes, may mga baby na sorry for the term, also respect to everyone. Sometimes yung mga pinapanganak ko nagulang ang ganun. Diba? Nagulang ang ganun. Hingi, nagulang. May physical defects. Sa mukha, nagkakaroon ng mga ilan, violence. Diba? So sometimes it are all causes of drugs, alcohol, somebody source like and then developmental problems. And that's mental. Hindi na ito, akala natin nagtama. Pero if they are still healthy, I think my baby is also healthy. I will not go to the hospital because I will know that my baby is I am sure that my baby is healthy. But without knowing as the baby has delivered the baby naturally or normally, normal siya, okay siya, wala siya. But then, So yun yan, hindi lang drugs, illegal drugs na nakaka-affect sa other disability, but also over the media. Kung meron kayo mga bata, di ba kapag may sakit si mother natin, si mother, they do not take mga paracetamol, di ba? So kasi hindi sila talaga narin because they know that it can also affect their child. Then, kahit may illegal sila, then continuously use that with yung mga dosage na hindi prescribed, it also affect their child. And then, there are the consequences of drugs in society. Again, so, privacy. Ito na yung mga sinasabi ko kanina. Ano yung mga nagiging cause ng drugs sa society? Because drugs does not only affect yourself, your person, your moral person, your physical person, it can also affect your society. And I know you're all aware of that. Alam niyo kung ano ang ginagawa ng drugs sa society. Say for example, pakaka. Alam natin, during the pakaka, alam niyo yung president, former president, there are a lot of criminals, drug addicts na nagsurrender. And I know na alam niyo kung anong effect ng mga addicts sa mga drug addicts sa criminal sa society. For example, imagine latest news. Ilang buwan na baby, 4 months ay hindi. 4 months ay hindi, right? Married na, how can you be a father if you're gonna raise your, not just a father, but just a simple human being, a man, to rather take a baby. Raise a single anak sa kanila. So here are, you see that, representations by his mother, possession lang ng ating nasabi ko kanina, maritaan ko lang ng drugs, hindi ko nasabi yung hindi kasi, pinapagulot ka sa gulo sa mga. So, you can suffer from possession of this drug. Drug trafficking na pag-iwala drugs, di ba yung magiging police natin criminal for drug abuse? Wala. I know, nasabi ko na kanina. Be aware. You should be informed of the risks associated with yun lang yun. Aware kayo, nasabi ko na kung ano yung mga pwede mangyari, ano yung mga effect ng drugs, and I know you're all aware of that. You became aware of that, so that's why if you're aware, alam mo na masama siya, then what will you do? Hindi masama. I will avoid, I will prevent myself, I will clear myself, and then, very logical, very common sense for people like us. Because of course, we're students, but also knowledgeable about these things. Hindi tayo pumapasok sa school na para sa wala na. Hindi tayo pumapasok sa school para sa mga. Pumapasok tayo sa school para sa kaya hindi. Diba? Sabihin natin, pumapasok talaga tayo sa school para sa mga. Pero at least, hindi naman sa sarili nyo, kailangan nyo. Kailangan natin I'm hoping that all of you guys will be on our situation as well. We're already 40 criminal students. We're already graduating. Hopefully that you will graduate this June. We're only complying with the things that we have to comply. It's one of our compliance. So kailangan natin magsikap na. So that's the very first thing na kailangan natin mag-on. Kailangan natin hindi naman natin obligated na mag-pay back to our parents, but want to pay back to your parents' sacrifices, want to pay back to your brother, sister, father, mother sacrifices to your family, and you want to exceed their expectation. Please guys, do not resort to using drugs because it will ruin your life. Will not just ruin your life, it will ruin the life of everyone around the society because you will be the cancer of the society. Choice nyo yan if you will use drugs. Choice nyo yan. Because you have options in your life, This is your choice. I have given you the choice whether to use or not. It's your responsibility to choose the best option. If you do not choose the best option, see what will happen to you. I will not say what will happen to you because I do not know what will happen. But you have to make sure to seek for the best option because that's what is right. And that's what appropriate for you. Okay? So here, this is what we all got for today. Thank you so much for listening to us and for giving us a Thank you so much. And again, our criminology students from LD Capacity College